Welcome to Karametra Walls. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, we got a four, so let's go and mulligan on that one. Not too excited. Yeah, we can make this work. Teferi's Protection. Hopefully, we hit a few more lands. But other than that, yeah, sounds pretty good. All right, let's go and keep on this one. Let's see what the scry reveals for us. Wall of Roots. Yeah, we'll go and take that. That'll be online for us to get some mana going. Let's go and lead off with the Temple Garden. Have that come into play tap. Not going to pay 2 life. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yes, welcome to some Karametra Walls. Hope you're ready to build that wall from the rats. Keep the rats out. That's what we're going for. Let's start off with Karametra. Indestructible Devotion 7 turns into a creature. Then, whenever you cast a creature spell, you may search your library for a forest or plains card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Now, if you're new to Magic, when you see capitalized forest or plains, that means a basic land, or it means something like Temple Garden. You can see where Temple Garden is a forest and a plains. So, if you're thinking about building Karametra, you can definitely grab a Temple Garden off one of Karametra's triggers. Let's go and pop this out, and let's go ahead and grab Savannah. Let's go for Wall of Roots. It's going to be green, and then green, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. We're playing against Marrow-Gnawer. Rat creatures have fear. They can't be blocked except by artifact creature, or I don't know. Yeah, they have fear. Sacrifice a rat, create X11 rat creature tokens, or X the number of rats that you control. So, with Marrow-Gnawer, there's a new rat card that got printed in Dominaria. Yep, there we go. Rat colony. I was just about to say, I probably need to build Marrow-Gnawer for, and let's call it MG right now because I cannot. I'm going to butcher that 100 more times throughout the game. So I'm really wanting to build MG because of Rat Colony. I think that's going to be pretty cool. All right, unfortunately, we do not hit a land to get down Skyshot Claim, but hopefully we will soon. Let's go and get down Hornet Nest. And the good thing about, let's go and put there we go. Go and get down Hornet Nest. Whenever it's dealt damage, we're going to be able to get that many green 1/1 insect creature tokens with flying and death touch. So as Rat Colony gets bigger and bigger, we can actually throw a Hornet Nest in front of it and hopefully kind of take care of some of those creatures. But at this point right now, and yeah, I do like getting down the Hornet Nest. Okay, get down the Hornet Nest and then anything else. No, we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. But yeah, hopefully with the lane drop, that'll put us online for Skyshot Claim. That'll really kind of open it up. As far as the rest of the cards in our hand, typically this deck folds really bad to some sort of board wipe. We're playing against mono black, so that's something we definitely need to keep on our radar. You always want to have some sort of protection, if you can help it. So as far as the deck goes, we're running Teferi's Protection in here. Another really good card for the deck is, I don't know, just when there's a bunch of rats on the board, it's just funny to me. Teferi's Protection, Heroic Intervention, that's what I'm trying to think of. Heroic Intervention. So at this point right now, if our opponent wants to swing in with the rat colony, go for it. We're going to see this rat colony get bigger and bigger, which I'm just absolutely excited about that. All right, no swinging from our opponent. They don't want to crack the hornet's nest. They don't want to run the rat into that. Let's see, draw into command tower. That's delightful. Let's go and go for that. Let's go for Skyshroud Claim. Forget we need to go for Wall of Roots first. Put a -1 count on there. And then once we get the Skyshot Claim going, that's really going to open us up as far as the mana that we need. Let's go ahead and grab we'll have Teferi's Protection online. Let's do this. We have to grab Forest, actually. Scatter Grove's going to enter the battlefield tapped. Either way, Canopy Vista. Let's do 2 more basics. Let's just grab Canopy Vista and Scattered Grove. With us having Teferi's Protection, unfortunately, both of those lands come into play tap. So we could leave up Wall of Roots if we wanted to, but at this point right now, we'll just get it down. And then once we get down Karametra, we'll be good to go to hopefully getting down some of those walls. Opponent's going to go for Crypt Gas, so should be interesting. Outside of the protection for the creatures we do have in here, we do have Crater Hoof in the hand too, which is always... you got to do a little bit of jumping around to make sure that your walls can attack. There's a couple different enchantments, but at least having Crater Hoof in the hand, it's always nice. All right, drawn to Seer Sundial. Let's go and do this. Let's go and go for Karametra. We need to start getting those lands going. Get down Karametra. We're sitting at we're sitting at about 4 devotion. So once we get a few more creatures out there, we'll be good to go off of that. Yeah, if we can find some sort of spot removal for Crypt Gas, that would actually be really good to get rid of that double rat colony for each. You can basically just tap a swamp to get down a rat colony. And then we're going to watch out for that Marrow-Gnawer because, yeah, if you can start sacrificing some of those rats, a lot of rats on the battlefield. All right, opponent's going to go for Marrow-Gnawer, MG, get an MG onto the battlefield. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to talk to you about. I started Dungeons and Dragons last week, which is really cool. I've always been interested in Dungeons and Dragons. I collect some, like I go to half price books sometimes, and I'll collect some of the old like AD&D 2 and different like module books and stuff like that. Just because like the artwork on it looks really cool, and I really enjoy reading them, or just kind of leafing through them, going through the books and reading them. And so I've always been interested in Dungeons and Dragons, and in fact, I've been a dungeon master before. But the extent of me being a dungeon master is I've never done proper Dungeons and Dragons. I've always done like, um, me and my buddies get together and we'll just roll it like, hey, you want to do this? Okay, roll a d20, and based on whatever the character is, there's just like a simple modifier. Like maybe they have like 3 categories that they can go for off of their. Ooh, we got rat colony coming down. Okay, Uwazamas Jite. Whenever it deals combat damage, you get to put 2 counters on it. So they will be able to start going for that. Do we want to go ahead and crack that to get some of the tokens onto the battlefield? It's going to be 4 coming across. I'm worried about it's going to get put 2 charge counters, target creature. Yeah, we need to go ahead and chump block on this one. Oh, excuse me, they have fear. Duh. Yeah, MG's going to give, they're going to give them fear, so they can't block except for artifact and or black creature. So yeah, swing on through. So we're going to swing in for 8. That's actually really good. I think we're about to get destroyed by a rat colony deck. Hopefully we can find something to get past them. We need to take care of Marrow-Gnawer for sure. But yeah, so with Dungeons and Dragons, hopefully if we're about to get destroyed by some rats, then I'll at least make this a Dungeons and Dragons story. But yeah, so long story short, I've done it before, but it's always just been kind of just, hey, let's just hang out and do that. So I started my first official, I'm playing a druid. It's 5th edition, and I rolled my character up the other night. It was pretty cool. All right, so our opponent took care of Hornet's Nest. They're going to be able to swing in for another 8 next turn. Puts us down to 12. Kind of in a tough spot. With that fear out there, it's going to be really hard for us to kind of get past that. I guess let's get our lands going. Let's go for Dazzling Ramparts. That's going to be green. Yeah, that's pretty brutal with that fear out there. We don't really have any artifact creatures. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go and grab a Plains. Get that down on the battlefield. Get down Dazzling Ramparts. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. See if we can survive this. Hopefully we do. But yeah, I'm doing official 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, so it's pretty cool. We started out on a some sort of module. The way it was explained to me, it was kind of like not traditional Dungeons and Dragons, but kind of like a horror style Dungeons and Dragons. Not like super scary. I'm trying to like Ravenloft. That's what I'm thinking of. It's like Ravenloft, something along those lines. And so we're doing kind of a small little Ravenloft campaign. It was pretty cool. One of the more notable moments from the night is somebody in our party. They were being attacked by a wolf, and the wolf had latched onto their arm. And long story short, you draw X cards, lose X for X number of creatures you control. That's actually, man, I want to build this deck. Y'all might see this in the future sometime. Looks like a fun deck. But especially if you can just rip that, yeah, we're gonna have to post this one up. I like seeing obscure decks like this, but yeah. So the wolf was latched onto the drow of our party onto its arm, and I'm playing Kamal. I'm playing a druid, and so I've got my little staff, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna home run, swing this staff like a baseball bat to knock the wolf off, and I rolled like a 2. And I just like when you roll a 2, or like obviously if you roll a 1, it's never good. But when you roll a 2, it's just like you didn't really. I just love thinking about how hard my character would run up and swing the bat, and somehow just basically just kind of knock the hair out of our drow's face with the whiff from that baseball swing of my staff. But that was one of the more notable things for the night. Other than that, we kind of spent most of our time inside this house that's kind of like haunted or something like that. We're still trying to find out stuff. We played for about 3 hours, and then we got to a stopping point and stopped around 10:15 because we were doing it during the week. But it's still fun. I'm really enjoying it. In fact, if you play Dungeons or any 5th edition and you want to tell me about your character in the comments, go for it. I love reading comments and little stuff like that. All right, opponent's going to go for the MG activation. It's going to be, oh, look at all those. We're just getting destroyed. But this is what makes Commander fun to me. We've got rats versus walls. Okay. So we've got 11 coming across. Yeah, it's going to be lethal. There's nothing we can do about that. Good job for our opponent. Turn 6 win with Rat Colony. You'll definitely be seeing some form of rats in the future. I can't wait to build this. Rat Colony is just a pretty cool card. And then on top of that, get the Uwazamas Jite trigger. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed Dungeons & Dragons talk. We didn't get a whole lot of walls going, but if you enjoyed rats, this is definitely a really good rat video for you. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Karametra Walls. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, let's go to mulligan. Man, if we had just like one land in the hand, I would keep that in a heartbeat. Yeah, we can make this work. I like that. Savannah, Sky Ruin. We have something to work with. Harmonize and see what the scry is. Stirring Wildwood. Definitely put that on top of our library. All right, let's go and lead off with, I guess, Savannah. Yeah, that'd be the best. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yes, welcome to Karametra Walls. Hope you're excited. Ready to build some walls today. keep Hanna from navigating through our walls. Pretty much what we're going to be going for. Let's go and close the chat out and let our opponent do their thing. We're playing Karametra. Devotion 7 turns into a creature. Then, whenever you cast a creature spell, you may search your library for a forest or plains card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Let's go and get down the Stirring Wildwood. And then we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. Playing its Hanna, Ship's Navigator for 3 mana activation. Return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. So, sounds like fun. I haven't played against Hanna in a while, but I do like it. And actually, if you may notice, I don't know why, but on some of them they do it, some of them they don't. I guess it's certain sets. But yeah, they got the new border on some of the Magic Online cards, and actually, I don't mind it. Looks pretty good. I read some negative things about it, but I don't know. I'm typically actually I'll cover that in a sec. Let's go and get down the Sky Ruin. That's going to come into play tap. That way we're at least online for Harmonize, and then we can draw into a few more cards. Yeah. Magic things like that tend to not really bother me too much. I mean, there's some people that are like, OMG, Wizards, you need to change it. But I'm just like, it's a new border. Didn't really affect the way you play. So, anyways. But yeah, so we got some good stuff in the hand. The only thing that we're really missing is some walls. I mean, we do have Dazzling Ramparts in the hand, but hopefully we can find ourselves a few more walls to go alongside Karametra. I know she definitely likes to be building some walls. And let's see what our opponent's going to be tapping out for that from 1 mana to their mana pool. Okay. And Temple of the False God. That actually curved out really nice. Let's go and get down Reliquary Tower. Let's go and go for Harmonize. Get the card draw going. Get the card advantage going over our blue-white opponent. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. So that's actually really good. One thing that you definitely want to do with Karametra is you have a lot of these walls. They're low converted mana costs. You want to save them until you can get Karametra down. And then once you do get Karametra down, you can start casting them and kind of going from there. Opponent does get down Lodestone Mirror. Trample, tap an untap artifact you control, gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Let's go and get down this Temple of the False God. It's going to be Karametra coming down. Now, we do have Naturalize in the hand, so let's, there's nothing out there too crazy. I guess technically an argument could be made for Manalith, but I think at this point, I kind of like just holding up on this one. This could be 1, 2, 3. Let's tap out for one more white. I thought we tapped out for green-white. Let's tap out the Reliquary Tower now that I think about it. I mean, I like representing at least Path to Exile mana. There we go. We'll tap out on Reliquary Tower. Not that it's truly going to matter, but at least I want to represent Path to Exile mana as possible. Okay, so we're going to get down Karametra, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. Yeah, we're going to be doing good next turn. We have Lifecrafter's Bestiary, so we can actually get down Lifecrafter. That's going to be 3 mana. Temple, and then we need to have a little bit of extra mana to get that card draw going, so we may start kind of slowly rolling these walls out, but we got some good walls in the hand. We have Wall of Junk, which is a really cool card. Love it. It reminds me of something you'd see in a Dungeons and Dragons thing, which is pretty cool. Gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Now, there is a combo with the Umbral Mantle, so we do have to watch out for that, so we're definitely going to, at least if we can, hold on to Naturalize, or at least leave up Naturalize, if possible. That way we can kind of get around that. But look at that Wall of Junk. Look at just how beautiful this art is. I love it. And the cool thing about Wall of Junk is whenever it blocks, return it to its owner's hand at the end of combat. So the cool thing is, it's a 2 mana. We can just keep casting it, and Karametra can keep getting that Wall of Junk out there. So a lot of fun. So I'm going to get down Flooded Strand. That'll be good. Get down Flooded Strand. I'm just going to crack that. Yeah, let's go and go for that. Let's go and crack that. Let's grab a green-white source off of that. We could save a green-white source off of Karametra, but they come into play tapped. We already have the Savannah down. We have no basics. Let's go ahead and grab Temple Garden. We're going to pay 2 life on that one. Let's go ahead and go for Wall of Junk. That's going to be, actually, let's sequence it this way. We want to get that card draw engine going. Let's be 1 off the Lifecrafter. And I think we're okay to go shields down on Naturalize, at least at this point. Let's go for Wall of Junk. That's going to be Karametra and Lifecrafter. Let's go and pay green on that one. Want to get that card draw going. Oh, yeah. It's definitely, thinking about Karametra, I've had a couple different people say, hey, probably Duran, or whatever his name is, the Siege Tower would be better for, wall-style deck, and I agree. But as far as what I'm doing with Karametra is I want to build like a card drawing engine or landfall-style engine. Ooh, Mary's Guile. I was going to get that down. And so I really like what the walls offer for Karametra in getting those lands on the battlefield. It just ramps really crazy. There's different ways you can go with Karametra. You can go landfall creatures, but you just have these turns where, a lot of these walls are 1, 2, 3 converted mana cost, and, they just keep compounding your land drops as you keep going for different stuff like that. And so it just makes for a really fun experience. So Karametra is definitely one of those decks where it's kind of like, win or lose. It's just a fun deck to pilot. That's definitely something that you can do in Commander. Don't let that You know, if you want to build a wall deck like Karametra, go for it. Have some fun. Don't really worry about your win percentage. You know, if something's mechanically fun, like this deck is, I really like doing that. There's a lot of action going on. That can still be fun and pleasing to you, where you don't have to worry about your win percentage. But anyway, that's enough talking about, you know, Commander stuff like that. I did talk about Dungeons and Dragons in one of my earlier Karametra videos, so I'll kind of keep highlighting on that. All right, so we have Lodestone Mirror swinging in. Yeah, we can still 3 mana untap. We'll still go and chump block on that one. Stop that wall of junk from swinging, return it back, and that'll be an extra card draw for us. There we go. All right, return it back to our owner's hand. Oh, yes. And it's just so perfect how Wall of Junk works with Karametra. I mean, it's just beautiful. All right, so we're going to have Scribe 1. Let's go and do this. I guess technically, if we have, let's go. We're going to, yeah, let's do this. Let's put Mirror's Guile trigger and then the Life Crafter's trigger first. That way we can scry away something. If we like it, we can leave it on top. I guess, you know, you could do it either way, but we'll just go and do it this way. That way we know for sure if something's not that we really want to draw, we can put it on the bottom. White Mane Lion. Yes, let's put that on top in Heartbeat. That actually really works out as far as Karametra. Basically, you just tap out and you get a ton of lands onto the battlefield. All right, so we're going to use Mirror's Guile to kind of look at the top 3 cards of our library. Okay, we're going to use Mirror's Guile. Look at the top 3 cards of our library. Heroic Intervention, Wall of Mulch, and a White Mane Lion. Let's go and do this. Let's go for Heroic Intervention. Actually, do Wall of Mulch, Heroic Intervention, then White Mane Lion. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the land drop for the turn. Let's go ahead and get down a Command Tower. Let's go ahead and go for Wall of Junk. That's going to be 1/2 off the Temple of the False God, and we're actually going to be able to draw both of those. We're going to skip out. Actually, we can do the Life Crafter's trigger, and we're not going to search up a library on this one, unfortunately. Yes. We're not going to search our library. We're going to draw into that Heroic Intervention. And I guess technically, yeah, we'll go and get past that. It's just another, yes, we're going to use that ability. It was just another wall creature, so we can survive that. Let's go and get down Canopy Vista. Get down Wall of Junk. And then let's go ahead and go for, let's get another land going. Gate Creeper Vine. That's going to be Reliquary Tower. Oh, yes, look at that. Let's go and pay green again. And that'll leave up 1 more mana. Yes, we're going to use that ability. I think we're actually now getting to the point to where I feel a little bit better leaving up Naturalize and Heroic Intervention at this point. So let's go and grab another force. That way we can have as much green mana as possible for Karametra. Let's get down Gate Creeper Vine, which reminds me I need to put a Guild Gate in there because there's going to be times where we kind of need that dual source. Let's go and grab another green source. And then anything else we're going to pass turn to our opponent. So we're going to leave up Naturalize. We're also going to leave up Heroic Intervention. That way we can kind of protect our board state in case, you know, there's something like, we're not really seeing a lot of, you know, mono white land drops from our opponent. You know, they can go for not Hour of Devastation, but the, I can see the art, but it's like it costs less if there's like 10 permanents on the battlefield. Something like that would be pretty devastating. So I like leaving up Heroic Intervention, and at least we can kind of protect our board state or Naturalize if our opponent ends up going for something kind of nutty over there. But yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I mentioned this in the I'm not sure the sequencing of the video, but I'm playing because I record Karametra in a block. So if it's before the other video, it kind of depends on how this video goes. But long story short, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons, building a druid character. Videlican Infuser. At the beginning, you may put a charge counter on target artifact. The energy chamber. Let's make sure we're not okay. Target artifact. That's fine. But yeah, basically I'm playing Kamal. Pretty cool. I'm really enjoying it so far. Excuse me, I had a bit of a hiccup, but yeah, it's been fun, and it's just man, I've never gotten to play Dungeons proper. It's really nice to be kind of playing it proper. It is a little not necessarily overwhelming. It's just kind of like, whoa, okay. There's a lot of you know, modifiers and different things like that, but I'm still getting the hang of it with my play group, and really excited to kind of get this campaign going. We've got a really cool group. I'm really excited about it. Let's go and flash in White Mane Lion. It's going to get that down. That's going to be Karametra. We're going to still going to be able to pay green off the Stirring Wildwood. There we go. Life Crafter's Beastery. Yes, use that ability. Bestiary, excuse me. Crater Hoof. Ooh, all right, now we're getting somewhere. We just need to be able to give these creatures either Assault Formation or something else like that. Let's go and grab another Force card. Return a creature we control to our hand. Let's go and return White Mane Lion back. I guess technically, if you wanted to get ahead on land drops, we could bounce Gate Creeper back. At this point right now, I kind of like doing it like that. All right, let's go for Mirror's Guile, and then we're going to have Life Crafter trigger on top. We're going to get the Scribe 1. With blocks, you may gain 2 life. Let's go ahead and put that on the bottom for right now. I'm kind of looking for something that's going to give us an alternative win condition. We've got Crater Hoof in the hand. We just need something to let our creatures attack. Wall of Nets, Sunweb, and then Offshoot. When a land enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and put the Wall of Nets, let's get Sunweb on top, and then get Offshoot on top. Okay. And actually, I think what I want to do is I kind of want to shuffle our library up. So let's go for White Mane Lion. And let's go and bounce, get the Life Crafter's trigger. Well, actually, we'll hold off on that. We should have sequenced that one just a little bit differently. Let's use Karametra's trigger just to kind of get that stuff rolling. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go and grab a force, have that come into play tapped. And we'll still go and bounce it back to the hand. That way we can get a fresh grip on top. See if we can't find either a tutor or something that's going to help us get some stuff moving. All right, let's go and bounce White Mane Lion back to the hand. Bounce White Mane back. Let's go and make the land drop for the turn. And now let's go and get some stuff going. Let's go for the offshoot. And the cool thing about that is we're going to get some life gain off of that, which is not that we absolutely need it right now, but it's always nice to have some life gain off the land trigger. And we're drawn to Squall Line. Okay. All right, there we go. So our opponent's sitting at 30. Yes, we're going to use that ability. So Squall Line, well, actually, we're down just a little bit. We can actually get ahead on that. We can use Squall Line as it's an alternative win condition to help us close the game out, which would be kind of really fun to go for. Let's go ahead and go for Wall of Junk. Yeah, we're going to tap out for Wall of Junk, get Karametra down, draw an additional card off of that. Tap out for green. Oh, yes, indeed. And that's what makes you feel like you're on top of the world is you get these Karametra triggers going, and next thing you know, you've got like 400 lands on the battlefield, and you're like, yes. Oh, we hit assault formation. Awesome. Okay, let's go and get the force down. To gain that 1 life. Let's go and go for assault formation. Once we get down Wall of Junk, and now we're getting somewhere. It sounds combat damage to its toughness rather than its power. So we're looking at green, Reliquary Tower. And let's go ahead and get down Wall of Glare. That'll be one more. And we're not going to play for Life Crafter just yet on this one. Because, once again, I want to leave up Naturalized just in case our opponent, we get comboed out. I'm not entirely sure what's going on over there. But it's just kind of safe at this point right now. Especially now that we do have Assault Formation. I just want to kind of play a little bit safer. Let's go and get the planes down. We're going to gain that life, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. So let's get a mana count because I don't think we have 30 mana, but we're getting up there. Something that could, oh, no, we could have swung with Karametra, dang it. Sorry about that. But one thing that we can do with Karametra is that if we do hit Growing Rites of Itlimoc, if we get that down, get enough creatures down, that'll really help us kind of push this Squall Line damage to our opponent. Let's see how much mana we've got. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be 16. We're looking at 17 at this point right now. So what we can do is we do have Assault Formation. Each creature we control is going to assign combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. And then what we can do is use that green activated ability to start sending in some of these creatures. You may notice we've got stuff like Wall of Junk and Wall of Glory, which are absolutely really good. They basically turn into 7 attack creatures on that, so we can kind of push past some of these lodestone mirrors and kind of get some stuff going. I really hate that our opponent is really kind of missing out on land drops, but it's been pretty fun so far. I think I may end up going and post this video up. You know, I don't always enjoy, if our opponent's mana screwed or whatever, but at the same time, it's really kind of fun seeing these walls kind of go off like this. All right, Swiftfoot Boots. And another thing that we can totally awesomely do is go for Crater Hoof. That'll be... Let's see, that'll be Crater Hoof for 6. Each creature's going to get +6/+6. And that might be enough to kind of go ahead and close it out. We might be able to jam that down. I really want to get a Squall Line win, though. I've always wanted to do that. But let's see. Yeah, let's see what we got going on. All right, let's go for Miri's Guile. And we'll get the Life Crafter trigger, scry 1. Let's see if we have anything that we want to scry away at this point right now. Yeah, let's go and put that on the bottom. We have Miri's Guile, and we're going to look at the top 3 cards of our library. See if there's not any way we want to shuffle this around. Sunweb, and then Shamanic Revelation. Draw a card for each creature that you control. Let's go to Teferi's Protection, Sunweb, and then Revelation on top. Okay, and then we do have Reliquary Tower down, so we can actually just draw right into this Revelation. Let's go and do this, though. Let's go ahead and get down Dazzling Rampart. It's going to be another creature that we can go for. It's going to be white. 1, 2. Get the Karametra trigger, get the Life Crafter trigger. We're going to pay another green to get that going. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Get another creature down. Get down Sunweb. We'll use Karametra to kind of shuffle away the rest of those cards. Get down Plains. We're going to gain that 1 life. That way, if we do end up going for Squall Line, at least we're going to be able to kind of survive past that. Let's go to get down Dazzling Ramparts. We'll go for Sunweb. And then next turn, we'll be able to set up a really good. Mainly, I just want to set it up to where, let's say that we're getting really close to lethal on like a crater hoof or something like that. I want to be able to make sure that we have more than enough to push past in case our opponent has, bounce target creature back to hand or something like that. So kind of playing a little bit more overly cautious on this one. All right, Karametra. Just going to use that ability, and we're getting now to where we only get about 2 planes left. All right, we're going to gain that additional life. Let's go and get down Governor Township. Let's go and get Assault Formation going. We're going to gain that 1 life. We can still go ahead and push in on this one. Let's go ahead and have target creature, Wall of Junk. There we go. We're going to be sending Wall of Junk into the red zone. And then let's go ahead and give Wall of Glare. I think I like that. We could send in, yeah, let's go and do that. All right, let's go and push in with the crew. It's going to be Karametra coming across. We got Wall of Junk. Love it. All right, so we've got 6 coming across 7. That'll be 15. And then, actually, excuse me, creatures we control. Yeah, I guess we technically could have just slammed Crater Hoof down with that 1 mana up. But we're going to get some damage in. And plus, it's going to leave us open for Squall Line next turn. So it's kind of one of those, like, Crater Hoof is kind of, in these green decks that I run, Crater Hoof is always kind of like my backup combo. Even though Crater Hoof's not technically a combo, it's really more of a, break glass in case of emergency. So if we can swing in, put our opponent down to 11, and then be able to go for Squall Line to kind of clean that up, I think that'd be pretty good. All right, opponent's getting a charge counter on there. And yeah, you got to get those, check those bingo cards off sometimes with Squall Line. So we'll definitely be able to go for that and then deal 11 damage, because last time I counted, we've got more than enough mana, though. We'll see our opponent's going to roll out there. Once again, we still got Naturalize and then Heroic Intervention. Good game, thank you. Opponent's going to throw it over there. Unfortunately, they couldn't get their lands going, but with Karametra, this is one of those decks that, I don't know, it's just fun to kind of watch it operate sometimes. So, at least next turn, we did have Squall Line during our upkeep to kind of target our opponent. If they're able to counter that one, then we have Crater Hoof back up, or simply just kind of giving our walls a bunch of stuff like that. But shout out to our opponent. Unfortunately, they didn't hit their lands, but it's always kind of fun getting to play Karametra walls like this. I'm going to go and post this video up, but if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.